nyaka makuto men ko mo kurna movement oy sign the mono command apply na mo address
wax na moom lay tànn pour mu jiite suñu waxtaan bi nii moom la ñu oo pour mu ñëw diisoo ak mbooloo.
Your Excellency, Honourable Talib Bensouda.
My dear compatriots, my fellow Gambians, young people, women, elders, workers, farmers, traders, students, community leaders, religious leaders, and members of our dear diaspora. Distinguished guests, party leaders from across the political spectrum, members of the press, members of the diplomatic corps, newly elected executives of the Unite Movement for Change, World Constituency executives, regional committee executives and representatives, delegates who have traveled from every corner of this country and every corner of this world, welcome to the best ever Congress hosted by the United Movement for Change. Today is not an ordinary political gathering. Today is a declaration that Gambian people are ready to move forward. A declaration that our country deserves leadership that is competent, leadership that is disciplined, leadership that is prepared to govern. A declaration that politics must once again become a tool of national service, not personal and political survival. Today we officially inaugurate the executive of the Unite Movement for Change. This is a national political movement not built around one man, but built around one mission: to unite the Gambian people, restore confidence in public leadership, and transform the future of our dear republic. My fellow Gambians, for too long, our people have carried frustration in silence. Young people graduate without certainty. Families struggle with the rising cost of living. Farmers work hard, yet they remain vulnerable. Communities still wait for roads, water, electricity, healthcare, and above all, opportunity. Across this beautiful nation, citizens are asking the same question: how can a country with so much promise continue to move with so little direction? The Gambian people are tired of politics that only becomes visible during elections, tired of leaders who only campaign emotionally but govern carelessly, tired of the noise replacing results, tired of the promise replacing planning. And this is why this movement is born. And this is why this movement will win the 2026 elections. We will not win with bitterness. We will not win with revenge, but from the belief that the Gambia can be governed better. My fellow Gambians, I have had the honor of serving the people of Kanifing, and public service has taught me something important. Politics is not about slogans. It is about whether markets function, whether drains are cleaned, whether roads are passable, whether young people find opportunities, and whether families can live in dignity. Leadership is not measured by how loudly a politician speaks. Leadership is measured by whether people's lives improve. That is the lesson we now carry from local government to the national stage. But let me say this directly. This movement does not belong to Kanifing alone. It belongs to Basse, it belongs to Birkama, it belongs to Farafenye, it belongs to Soma, it belongs to Kerawan, it belongs to Janjambule. It belongs to every village, every community, and every Gambian who believes this country deserves more. My fellow Gambians, we meet at an important moment in our national life. There is a growing concern about the direction of our institutions, the use of state power, and the growing mistrust between citizens and leadership. Let me state my position clearly. I respect the law. I respect accountability. And no one should ever be above the law. But justice must never be selective. Institutions must never become political weapons. And state power must not be used to silence citizens who choose to stand up and participate in national life. Democracy cannot survive where fair replaces fairness. And let me say this directly to the Gambian people. I do not fear anyone to scrutinize Talib Bensouda. I do not fear anybody to criticize Talib Bensouda. I do not fear political competition. Bring it and I will compete you all the way to Marina Parade. Let me tell you what I fear. I fear this is a country where too many young, good people become afraid to speak, afraid to participate, afraid to challenge power. This is not the democracy Gambians fought for in 2016. My fellow Gambians, this movement stands clear on national priorities. First, jobs and work for our people. Skills and capacity development. Economic opportunity for the young and our dear mothers and their sisters. The youth of this country cannot continue to be used as political decorations while unemployment destroys their future. We must build an economy that creates opportunities in technology, creates opportunities in agriculture, entrepreneurship, infrastructure, and innovation. Second, we must protect families, especially the poor and vulnerable, from the rising cost of living. A government that does not understand the daily struggle of ordinary people cannot understand what the nation deserves and cannot govern it. Rural transformation. No serious national development can happen while rural communities remain neglected. Rural Gambia must become central to our economic strategy. It must become central in our agricultural investment. It must center in infrastructure planning and public services. Those from the rural area must feel that they are part of the national cake and national prosperity. Good governance and institutional reform. Public office must become a responsibility, not an opportunity for the privilege. The Gambian people deserve a government that accounts for public money, respects institutions, and delivers services efficiently. The Gambia is too small. It is too small to be permanently divided by politics. We may belong from different parties, different regions, different generations, but we share the republic. We share one destiny. We share one unity. Unite, unite, unite. My fellow Gambians, some say to me, Talib, you're too young. I say youth is not a weakness when it is guided by competence, when it is guided by discipline, when it is guided by courage. Around the world, nations move forward when new generations are prepared to lead with energy, lead with ideas, and lead with responsibility. Others say to me, Talib, you came from local government. Yes, I did come from local government. But local government has taught me that leadership is not abstract. Every decision affects real people. Every decision affects real families. Every decision affects everybody's future. That experience matters. I dare say today, if I become president, or let me qualify, when I become president, I will be the most qualified president in the history of Gambia. Governing a country requires more than speeches. It requires preparation. It requires systems. It requires discipline. It requires understanding how government must work for ordinary people. That is the difference between politics and governance. My fellow Gambians, this movement is not built out of anger. It is built on organization. It is not built on insults. It is built on ideas. It is not built to destroy. It is built to rebuild. Tonight, I extend my hand to every Gambian who believes this country can rise higher. To the youth, your energy must now build this nation. To the women, no transformation will succeed without your empowerment, without your dignity, without your leadership. To our elders, we honor your sacrifices and we honor your wisdom. And we will stand by your side, foot to foot, to reach the promised land. To our religious leaders and traditional leaders, we seek peace, we seek stability, and we share national responsibility. And to all the small boys and girls in the madrasas, small boys and girls in the Christian schools, you will not be left behind by the Unite Movement for Change. To our diaspora, many who have joined, they have spent so much money to come register and vote, spent so much money to come to this National Congress. To you and those who have left behind, you remain part of the heartbeat of this republic. And even those who may disagree with us politically, those from various parties, those who criticize us, this movement will never treat disagreement as hatred. We will treat it as fuel to prosper. Leadership is not only about governing our supporters and our well-wishers. Leadership is about serving an entire nation, even those who disagree with you. My fellow Gambians, history does not wait for nations that refuse to organize themselves. And from tonight, we organize. Word by word, constituency by constituency, region by region. We organize in our campuses, our communities, our markets, and across the diaspora. Because change without organization is only emotion. And emotion alone cannot transform a country. My fellow Gambians, tonight a new political force rises. A new political force has shown its beautiful face on the horizons of our shores. A movement prepared to listen, prepared to work, a movement prepared to govern. And let me say this clearly. The Gambia does not need leaders who only know how to campaign. The Gambia needs leaders who know how to govern. So before Allah, before the Gambian people, and before history, we make this pledge. We will unite, we will serve, and we will transform. From Banjul to Basse, from the Combos to the provinces, from our villages to our cities, from frustration to hope, from hope to action, from action to national transformation. And let history remember this moment, the moment competent change became organized. My fellow Gambians, the future of this country will not be decided by fear. It will be decided by courage, by participation, by organization, and by the determination of the citizens who believe, by the determination of the supporters and leaders of the United Movement for Change. Gambia can do better, Gambia will do better. Tonight, change is no longer an idea, change is a movement, and that movement has a name. Can everybody stand and say what the name of the movement is? Rise up! Rise up! Unite movement for change! Unite movement for change! May God bless you all. May God bless Unite movement for change, and may God bless the Republic of the Gambia. To unite, to serve, to transform. Wassalam. Allah United Movement for Change delegates. Ward constituency chairman new executive members here. New members of our diaspora. New Imami Afara Yufidega. Ambassador political party Yufinyo Access Party leader in Lady Santa de new media houses Yufiteo. Unite Otena. And inshallah, meeting me Amufi, then you order Bogozon, you have history in Gambia. Mage new executive members in Canada. am nañ leen ñoom ñëpp ak liggéey bu mag bu liggéeyal Gambia ku liggéeyal Gambia ku liggéeyal UFC liggéeyal nga Gambia parce que UFC will be the political platform to rescue this country lu ma leen di gën a ñaax liggéey bi amul fii liggéey bu mag moo nekk suñu kanam liggéey wax dëgg la liggéey bennoo liggéey wéy ci xalaat buñ saaga kenn buñ xas kenn buñ tuutil kenn UMC is a party of discipline
kabrin nota ye moya jande ko dal lato
bu ñoo door am nañu taxaw ne duñ am nit
kabrin nga dadi do ye jande ko ñu ko su nafa
bu ñoo door ñu ne World Congress mooy tas parti bi
iko ñu no ni adati World Congress o dara fade ko tela
gaa ñu ne Constituency Congress mooy tas parti bi
iko Constituency Congress fo dara fade ko tela
ñu ne Regional Congress mooy tas parti bi
iko Regional Congress fo dara fade ko tela
ñu ne National Congress mooy tas parti bi
iko National Congress fo dara fade ko tela
on the UMC
bari UMC
duñ nit ñu ndaw duñ nit ñi caaxaan lu nit defarul
Moro mambe dida
mënu koo tas
wala do gëna wala
loolu si loxo yàlla la nekk kon ku gëm sa bopp gëm yàlla nga xam ne dara du tardé UMC inshallah comme nu ñu xeeb dañu agsi ba fii noonu la ñoo xeebee dañu ubbi bunti State House ñu dem number 1